Hello and welcome to episode 2 of Clare and Ethan Try to Help.
Isn't he enthusiastic? Whoa. I love his
We're
enthusiasm.
hosts.
I know. Whoa.
Woohoo! How was your week, Nan?
How was my day?
Your week?
How was my week? My week was fine. If you live anywhere near New York, you know that it is 102 degrees today. It is freaking hot.
You know what's coming up?
What's coming up?
Your birthday.
Wednesday. I don't know whether I'm going to cry or laugh at the idea that I can be 91. I find that just impossible. But I've been blessed. I am 91 years, 60 years in my head, and what else could I ask for? I'm good. But we're here.
We're queer.
Only one of us. To answer some questions that I hope that you'll be calling in and asking us. Yeah. I can't wait. This is very exciting to me, and I'm hoping that some of you feel that you just want to ask a question and get some kind of an answer, whether you like it or not. Mm-hmm. So
you have so many chimes going off in this house.
There are chimes going? I don't even hear them. I need a hearing aid.
Yes.
You hear a chime?
I was going to tell you.
Do you hear a chime? I don't hear a chime.
There was a chime over there. That was going off. Your phone and watch are always dinging.
Go ahead. Say what you want.
My cat died yesterday.
Oh. I'm sorry. I know that there are a lot of you out there that are cat lovers. I am a dog lover.
You're like ignoring me.
I'm sorry. What am I supposed to say? My deepest sympathies?
Yeah. You FaceTime with my cat.
I did.
That was your grandkid.
And so we're here today. I love dogs. Anyway, I feel bad that he feels bad. I just don't have any affection for cats. I'm so sorry.
You've seen pictures of my cat. You know it's like a cute cat.
I'm so sorry.
Can you turn the chime off of your phone?
Well, I can't because...
Who is texting you? All of your texts are like...
My lover.
20% off at Macy's.
Yeah.
Okay, Express Scripts pharmacy order, HSN July 4th sale. You're shopping fireworks and diamonds? So my week, my cat died. I had a fantastic pride.
Oh, gay pride.
Gay pride.
Did you march in the...
No.
No?
Too exhausted. I slept till 2 p.m. every day. Where do I get that from? Do you sleep? You stay up late.
I do stay up late. I don't go to sleep until about 12:31. Easily, sometimes 2 in the morning. I read, love to read. I don't know. I'm not a television.
Are you scrolling at night?
Am I doing what?
Scrolling?
I thought you meant strolling. I was going to say, yeah, the old joke. I made $1.10. Who gave you 10 cents? Everyone. Yeah, no.
I don't get it.
You didn't get it?
What?
If you were a prostitute, I made $1.10. Oh my God, I have to explain this to him. 30 years old. I made $1.10. Who gave you $1.10? Who gave you 10? Who gave you the money? It was everybody gave me 10 cents.
What?
It doesn't matter. The people out there are a little more savvy than you.
Okay, we got a caller.
Oh, good.
Hello, caller. You're on with Clare and Ethan.
Hi. How are
Clare
you?
and Ethan. Hello.
Thank you so much for calling in. How can we help you?
Well, first of all, how can we refer to you? Would you like initial? Would you like a pseudonym?
You can call me LK.
LK. Okay.
LK it is.
What is your problem, LK? What can we help you with?
So excited to get your guys' perspectives on this. So let me tell you about the situation. So the top line issue is that I haven't had sex in over a year now. So let me tell you a little bit about the background of why. So the first big thing is that before this, I was in a very horrible, many-year, very long relationship. So after that, I've just kind of taken some time alone and tried to, work on my standards and, feel good about my confidence and stuff, which I definitely have. Mm-hmm. I feel like the bad part of that is now my standards are incredibly high, and I really don't like entertain like anyone that I don't like even for like a second, because I just, I feel very fulfilled and happy with my life, and I don't want to waste time on people that don't make me happy. The other part of it is that I'm incredibly busy. I basically have 2 full-time jobs that don't really give me a lot of time to, waste time.
Right.
So that has been tough, but I will say the issue is becoming, when I am in flirty situations now, I feel super out of practice, and I am just getting scared that even when the time comes to meet the right person, I won't even be ready to do that because I've just been so, alone for so long. So
yes, you
let me know
will.
what you guys think.
When the time comes and you meet the right somebody, you will, in your head and your body and your mind, you will just accept the fact that it's a little different. I have read, I don't know whether it's true or not, that men, women, girls, guys are not having sex the way they used to. In my day, they wanted to get somebody 2-3 times a day. I mean, it was like, I'm going on to the next. But however, I think your standards should be high. You should make it that something that you want when you want, and not because it's just sex. That is good thinking. As far as I'm concerned, you will meet somebody, and whether you have to lower your standards, and I don't mean a lot. If your standards are high because they can't wear a certain outfit, because they can't have a beard. Well, maybe if that is the case and you fall for somebody that has a beard, your standards are going to have to just come down just a little bit, and you're going to have to key in on the person, not the thing that you don't like.
Are you on the apps?
I don't really like the app.
I don't either.
No.
I find them very soul-sucking, and I think I'm hopeful that because of my career stuff, too, that I'll be able to meet really cool people who are very aligned with me in real life. I think that's my hope.
How old are you? Can I ask?
Yeah, you can. I'm 30.
Oh, that seems to be everybody's age now. I'm the only one that isn't 30. But you're still so young, and you still have so much adventure in front of you. But you keep your standards, because that is what you want it to be for the rest of your life. You maintain certain standards. I am 91, and stupidly enough, I still have standards that I live by, and they're good for me. And if they're good for me, the standards that you set will be good for you.
And I also think there's no harm in flirting with someone that you don't ultimately want to hook up with. Like, I think if you want to stay in practice and you're out at a bar and you see someone cute, or even not even that cute, it's a fun thing just to like turn on that flirting thing.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I actually agree with him.
Hey.
I mean, we're 2 different centuries talking here, but I do agree with him. If somebody is flirting with you, get into the practice, flirt back, flutter your eyelids just a little bit, and just let him think that you're interested, and see how it goes. It can be fun. It can be.
And also, like, I think I did my best flirting when it was like me and 1 or 2 friends, like kind of going out on the town with that in mind. Like, I think when you go out with a lot of friends, it can be hard to like break away from that. When you go out alone, that can be kind of scary. So I like a 1 or 2 night out is so fun for flirting to me.
When you say you're working 2 jobs, when is your time off?
Well, that's the thing. So I have a job that pays me right now, and that's like my day job. But then I'm also a writer, and I basically have to write at night, so that eventually I'll be able to quit my day job and write full time.
Oh, I hope so. That sounds interesting. That sounds very interesting.
Totally. So I think also that's why I'm hoping that if I can be a full-time writer, then I'll be meeting really cool people who are also creative. So I feel like I'm just investing a lot of time in myself right now, so that, in the next year or so, I'll be able to do, what I want to do full time and be around the people that I want to be around.
But until then, how do you get out to even socialize? I mean...
Well, I have a very social friend group, and we're always out. But to Ethan's point about going out with 1 or 2 people, that's actually very hard for me. I'm very lucky that usually when I go out, I'm surrounded by like 10 people, and we become a little pod. So maybe I need to break off more.
That, I was just going to say, that is difficult. It's very hard to meet someone when you're in a bunch.
Yeah.
A bunch is not a good place or a mob, a little mob, is not a good place.
There's a little mob. That's a good way to describe it.
I think 3 is perfect because then if one breaks off to flirt, the other 2 still have each other. Like, I think that is the perfect number for going out.
That sounds really fun. I should do that.
Well, I wish you really good luck with your writing. I hope you become a famous writer someday and that you find the guy that you're looking for.
And even better luck with your sex.
Yeah, better. Yes, that's true.
Thank you, Ethan and Claire. This was so helpful.
Thank you, LK.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Love that.
I think she sounds interesting, and I think a lucky guy, well, no, a guy would be very lucky to find her.
I agree.
She sounds charming, lovely, and I was so happy that we had the chance to speak to her.
Yeah. I think flirting is hard. I think the apps are awful. I think it like works like an interview. Like I have never had a date from an app that turned into anything serious.
I don't like apps.
It's an interview process and it's not fun, and like the whole name of the game is like, what don't I like about this person? Like it.
And yet, I know many people
Definitely
that have met on apps. I am like you. I don't. Well, it's not for me to go on an app, but I don't think
you were on. What were you on for a little bit?
Oh, somebody played a joke on me years ago and put me on an app, and I never paid for it. And till this day, I think 10 years later, I keep getting, Irving likes you, wants to meet you. This one wants to meet you, and I just
Irving.
It doesn't matter. I don't even turn into them.
When's the last time you went on a date with a new person?
Um,
kind of recently. Oh, you had that guy that
the
Trumpster.
Which Trumpster?
The one who you went on a date with, and then
he
was a Trumpster, and you said, "I'm gonna have to go."
But no, yes, but that was an old date that I knew from years and years ago. We were both happily married. His wife passed away. We spoke to each other. We went out, and when it got political, I got turned off. I don't like politics. So, no, you're right.
Was that the most recent one?
No. The man that I actually dated for a few years, that my daughter Susan thought that would be perfect for me. It was like an anchor around my neck.
The Transylvanian.
Yeah, from Transylvania. Yeah. Anyway, but
Hello, you are on with Claire and Ethan. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
Hi, how's it going, guys?
Good, thanks for calling.
Everything is good, and I thank you for calling. It's so nice to hear voices.
Thank you for picking me to call.
Of course. How can we refer to you? Do you want your name? Do you want initials?
Courtney's fine.
Great. Well, Courtney, what can we help you with?
Yeah. I'll try to keep it short as possible. I was in a relationship with someone for 2 years, and he was very insecure and did not like my friendship with this male friend that I've known for 10 years since college. And he kept telling me, I think he likes you, I think you like him. And then fast forward to my birthday, and my boyfriend at the time did not plan anything for my birthday. And he actually made me cry because he accused me of cheating with this friend. A week later, I see the friend in California for a wedding. Sorry, I just tripped. I saw him for a wedding, for a mutual friend, and he had a birthday present for me and told me, like, I wasn't going to come empty-handed for you. And, fast forward to the wedding, after a little bit of alcohol, we ended up kissing, and I broke up with my boyfriend the next day. So that's the short version.
Okay.
Yeah. But he lives in California, and I live in Washington, and I think the hard part is just that he has these like grand ideas and thinks like, it'd be really cool like if we could plan to see each other this way, but then he lacks the ability to follow through on that. But he means well. And he's very sweet, and I've known him for a long time, but it's just those little quirks of like just being a man that doesn't really like always like think things through, I guess, is just what's driving me crazy.
My feeling is long distance relationships somehow don't work out, not because they don't want to, it's because it simply can't. It's very hard to say I'll come to California for the weekend or he'll go to Washington for a weekend. But I would say don't let it go. If you're both enjoying each other's company for the time being, when you do get to see each other, what a nice reunion that'll be. I mean, I really believe that if you like somebody and you care for somebody, you try and make the distance fit in as much as you can. But that doesn't preclude the idea that you could meet somebody else that lived a little closer while he's still out there. So I certainly wouldn't give him up, not if you care for each other.
Yeah.
And
you've been friends for a long time, so I don't think that's worth giving up either.
so if you continue the relationship, I think both of you have to know that if he's in California and he dates someone, you can't get truly upset because I mean it's a long way off. And if you meet somebody in Washington and he says, "How's it going?" and you said, "Oh, I went out on a date." Well, the two of you can't get upset unless you commit to something. But don't give it up. Don't give it up if you like him and you care for him because that would be silly.
What's your current work life sitch? Like, are you able to travel a lot?
Not a lot. We both don't make a lot of money. I work in community mental health. He does landscaping. So, with the current times that we live in, like things are just really expensive. So we saw each other in April and then we'll see each other again in August. We're going to another wedding, and in April was our first time together, in this romantic, intentional kind of time together. And it was really nice, but it was a learning curve of we've been friends
So
for
wait
so
a minute,
long.
wait a minute. So do you have to wait for somebody to get married each time you're going to see each other? I mean,
this is what it's been like so far. Is I have to go to California to see him because he's scared of flying and it's just, everything's expensive, and so it's those little things of oh my god.
Wait a minute, he won't fly at all?
He won't fly at all. He said he'd rather drive 12 hours to come up here than fly.
Whoa. That's going to make things harder.
Yeah, that is going to make things harder. Well, listen, the ball is in your court because if you continue to see him on that kind of a basis where you know that it's going to be difficult, that he doesn't fly and that he can't afford, I don't know how else can you get by train. I don't know if you can get from California to Washington, but I just think there's a lot of little obstacles in the way. But as I said, you know what? When you find somebody that you like, don't give it up.
Yeah.
Don't give it up. Have fun with it, but keep your options open.
And
Okay.
as someone in my third long distance relationship currently, they are tricky. And I think you face a lot of obstacles very quickly because you go from kind of casually dating to essentially living together every time you hang out. So I think that these first few interactions, whether it be the wedding or a week of vacation with each other, are going to test the relationship very quickly. And I think you can make some decisions after that as well.
If you got serious with him, are you willing to move to California?
No, but he's
Okay.
willing to move up here.
Okay.
We have talked about it. He has said that he thinks if things continue to go well, maybe sometime next year he would move up here, and he wants to live together right away. I'm not too sure about that, but
Wow.
I don't know. We'll see.
Why? I'm curious. Why in this day and age? Do you feel that the answer would be that you had to get married before you lived with him? And I'm not being facetious. I'm just curious because that was in my day.
Why the hesitancy?
No, not the hesitancy. You didn't live with someone unless you were married. And I don't know. It seems that the mores today,
Why the rush?
yeah. But I think it's a very good way to get to know someone before you get married. And I can't believe I'm saying that because my father is probably looking down from heaven now with a knife. But I mean, I really do believe I was married at 21 and it was a whole different moral situation. I lived at home until the day that I got married, and then I lived with my husband. But my children didn't. They met their future husbands, and they lived with them before. And my mindset had changed. And I thought, okay, this is really a good way not to live with someone for 2 years or 3 years. But if you live with somebody 6 months or a year, and you really know what you don't like, what you do like, he leaves his garbage lying around, you don't do your laundry on time, whatever it is, you find out the quirks. And if they don't bother you too much, then you're going into a good marriage. That's just my feeling.
I agree.
Yeah, that's a really good
By
point.
the way,
I mean, my
this is
hesitancy is just fear of, if he moves all the way up here and we move in together, like, what happens if we find that we don't like each other, and then that ruins the friendship?
Well, that's the whole point. That's the whole point of living together before you get engaged or married. You find out what it is that you don't. He leaves his toothbrush with toothpaste on the sink, and that annoys you. And he refuses to fix it. Well, you've got to make up your mind that there's going to be a toothbrush with toothpaste on the sink every day. And I'm sure, you know what? It just, to me, it is such a better way to find out what you like and what you don't like, and what you both will tolerate with each other. And I actually think it's not a 91-year-old woman saying that, yes, you should live with somebody. I find that incredible. But I think it is probably a good idea. A good idea. It may not be what you want, but try and think of it.
But also, I think, give it a few, like you've spent many years as friends. I think you need to have a few encounters, like a little bit of time as dating, I think, before you move in together.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, see what that is like, see if it is feasible, that, like, this new reality, and then consider this big move, this big shift. Because I hear what you're saying, like saying, okay, come to my state and, like, let's hope. I think you want to get a little bit of a cushion before you do that.
First of all, I have to say I'm really scared. This is the second time today that I am agreeing with Ethan. So I mean that in itself is scary. But the good part, that if it didn't work out, you haven't lost anything. As far, I'm saying you've lost something, but you're not going through papers of a divorce or whatever. You part and say, I hope we can be friends. It's just not working out, and then you go on with your life.
And that's what we've talked about, like, in the very beginning when I first went through my breakup and we started talking more in a romantic way. Like, we really, like, made it clear to each other that we want to make sure our friendship stays intact, because we were really, really close in college and over the years, like as close as a man and woman could be platonically without crossing any lines for 10 years. And then, then all of a sudden you're a little drunk and I say, we don't like each other like that, do we? And then he said, well, I've actually had a crush on you the whole time we've been friends.
Wow.
So. Say something.
Wow.
The best relationships that endure and last are the ones that started out as friends, because you both have that common bond of friendship and things that you like. It's a good start, and I hope it works out. I do hope it works out. But if
that's also such a fun, like, story. Like, you want it to work out because of that story.
Yes, I do want it to work out. I do, because they both seem to care for each other, and the world, as small as it is big when you live in California and you live in Washington. So I truly hope it works out for you. And I hope that we at least gave you some thoughts to think on.
Absolutely, you did. This was all so valuable to me, and I'm just so grateful to hear from you guys. I love your guys' content, and if I can say, Claire, like, you remind me a little bit of my grandma who passed in 2020, so I just so enjoy your guys' relationship, and, like, I really appreciate you talking with me today.
You're going to make me cry.
Oh.
I thank you.
Oh.
It was so good to talk to you.
Yeah, you too. Thank you guys so much. And I'm so excited for the podcast and everything you guys have going for you guys. Just thank you so much for the advice. And
Courtney,
I'm definitely going to keep, yes.
Take care. I really am so happy to have spoken to you.
Thank you so much. Same here. Take care, you guys. And thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
I really did get verklempt, because so many people have said that I remind them of their grandmother who passed away, or their grandmother who they don't hear from, or something. And that really touches me, because if that's what I can do for someone, remind them of somebody that they love and somebody that they love talking to, my job is good. I've done a good job. So,
Yeah, I mean, we both got so emotional from that text that guy sent us, who was like, I never got to come out to my.
that I was hysterical crying. We got a text from a young
I'm trying
man.
to find it. Was it on Instagram? Where was that?
No, it was on TikTok. He was never able to come out to his parents. He was gay. And seeing the relationship that Ethan and I had, he said it just made him sad, happy that we could relate, that I could relate, and that his parents couldn't. And I mean, I'm just trying to remember what he wrote, but it touched me so that I thought, oh my goodness, I'm
Oh my god. He said, I just want to say you are amazing. Seeing you watch Heated Rivalry with I just wanted to say you are amazing. Seeing you watch Heated Rivalry with Ethan made me ache for what I never got with my grandma. I never came out to her, and she died without knowing who I truly am because I was very afraid of how she'd react. She's a very conservative Christian former missionary. Ethan is very lucky to have you, and you have helped me heal in a small way, just knowing there are grandmas like they're out there like you. We both like teared up. It's so emotional.
I mean, I truly, when I heard that, it just touched me that some people, some who are in the gay community, cannot be themselves to their family. They're in this day and age to be afraid to say, this is who I am. Like me for who I am, not what I am. And I can't adore anybody more than this silly little boy next to me. And I just, it touched me. That did touch me.
Me too. I am so lucky to have you.
And I am even more lucky to have you.
Aww.
My little Cecil B. DeMille.
And my Gloria Swanson. Right? That's her name?
That was her name. You young people don't even know who that is, but they were famous in their day in the 1920s.
Hello and welcome to the show, caller.
Hi.
Hi.
How can we help you? What is your dilemma?
Okay. I actually have to be quiet because, it's about my neighbor. It's about the girl who lives across the hall from me. But basically, last year, I randomly befriended my neighbor across the hall. And I thought it was like really great. I thought she was super cool. I kind of was just like, yeah, we should hang out. So we start hanging out, things are great, but then things start to like become a little weird. Like she clearly has maybe a personality disorder. Well, she's incredibly narcissistic. She like is talking about herself a lot. And at first I'm like, okay, maybe that's fine. Or maybe like, I don't know, everybody's like going through something, right? So I like didn't want to judge her too much too soon, but like we were friends. And then I was like, okay, I think I need a little space from this. But the problem is she lives across the hall, and she would do this thing where she would literally like open my door without knocking. Like if my door was unlocked, she would just like open it and like come in. And then things got a little trickier when I had introduced her to like some friends of mine, and she started like casually dating this one friend who was good friends with my friend. And they broke up. He wasn't feeling it, I guess. And then she got even crazier. Like she would come over, she would cry about him to me, she would do all this stuff, but it's like I needed space. And now I'm in this dilemma where she literally lives in the apartment right across the hall from me. And I am literally afraid to leave my apartment because
oh my God.
I don't want to run into her. I don't want to see her. And I finally, I don't know what to do.
Okay. Well, I think I think the first thing you have to do is sit down with yourself and say, how can I bring this thing to some kind of a closure? And whether it bothers you to confront her and say, can we sit down and talk? And you've got to say, I need my space. I can't even imagine what you're feeling if you're afraid to walk out your door because she's going to come bolting out of her door.
Ugh, but that's hard too, to like confront someone and then have to see him every day.
But how do you live with that?
How like icy are you with this person currently? Like if you bump into them, is it like, is it a full chat? Like, are you able to be like, hey, how you doing? See you later.
So I'm going to be super honest. I have done a really good job of avoiding her for the past month. Like, I haven't had to yet. Like, I saw her coming in, and I immediately turned around and went right back into my apartment and closed it and waited until I heard her door close.
But that's no way to live. You're a prisoner of yourself. I mean, honestly, you're not doing yourself any good with the fear that you're going to bump into her. You've got...
Okay, but here's my other fear. Like, so I hear you on confronting her, maybe like having that conversation.
When I say, wait, stop. When I say confronting, I don't mean in a brash way. I mean in a very friendly way.
Right.
Whatever her name is, Caroline. Caroline, I think we need to talk, or I'd like to talk to you. And say you want to come in for a cup of coffee, something. And then just say, listen, I am at a point in my life where I need some space, and I know that we have a friendship, but it has to come to a point where I'm trying to figure out what you would actually say to her to make her realize, and not in a bad way. And I mean, and if she says, but I don't want that, or that's not how I feel, you say, but go ahead.
I disagree.
Okay, what do you think?
I think you take a bit of a more cowardice way, but I think that anyone with any social skills will pick up on it. And you don't hide the next time you see her. You do kind of encounter her and just give a, hey, how's it going? And keep walking. Like, make it clear that there's like nothing more than that. Because I think if you confront someone who like you haven't talked to in a month and be like, I need my space, that person will be like, we haven't talked in a month, you're crazy. So I think making it clear that like we can see each other, it's not going to be anything more than a hey, hello. That would be my
Do you still
try.
want to be a friend to her? Or you think that's past?
I don't know. The other issue is, so like this is like, it's quite a complicated situation, but there's this other issue where she started befriending my friends, and it felt like she was doing that on purpose. And like, I had seen a party pool invite, and she was invited to my friend's party. And I'm like, you don't even know that person. Like, how did you? And it turns out it was an accident. But now I'm like, I don't even want to go to that party because she's
you go.
So crazy.
No, you go. I really feel, unless she's not paying your rent, is she?
No.
I'm kidding you. Because if she's not paying your rent, you are your own sole person. And if she is making you that uncomfortable, you've got to deal with it. You really have to deal with it. The very worst that can happen is that she won't speak to you anymore.
Right, which is kind of what you want.
Is kind of what you want. And if she doesn't speak to you anymore, and your friends realize that she's not speaking to you anymore, they will kind of move away from her as well. But you actually can't go on. I agree in some part to what Ethan is saying, that, hi, I'm on my way, and walk. But there's still a feeling in your stomach, oh my God, what is she going to think? I think.
Or you could start booby trapping her house.
Ugh, yeah.
Then she'll definitely know it's me.
But do like a gas leak, like put like roaches in there, so that she just moves out.
Good thinking, mature thinking, Eth. Very mature thinking. But I believe you have to, if it wasn't really bothering you, and if you said, oh, it's just a nuisance that she's become like attached to me, then I'd say, okay, you know what, try and lessen it. But it seems to me that it's become a problem. And when it's become a problem, not only with you, but because of what she has done with your friends, I I truly, from the bottom of my heart, I think you have to confront it, but not in a vicious way, not in a nasty way. There are ways of doing things that are actually kind while you're not being kind.
A letter. You can write a letter.
That, you know what? That's
Okay.
That's so impersonal, because then when you open the door and you see her standing there with a letter in her hand looking at you,
Right.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Okay.
But I do think that it's foolish for you to open your door, you see her, and you run back inside. Come on. Do you think that's a little strange that you're the one that's become the victim?
No, I'm scared. I don't know.
No, come on.
Well, can you tell me something I should say? Like, can you help me
Yes.
work through, like,
Yes.
maybe
Yeah.
figuring out what
Okay.
I say?
Whatever her name is, you see her coming out and you say, oh, good morning or hi. When you get a chance, I'm on my way now, but when you get a chance, I'd like to have a little chat with you, a little talk with you. So, I'll be home later. Just knock on the door. Don't, she say she opens the door without even knocking. Knock on the door and, I'll be here. And see what happens with that. And if she knocks on the door and comes in and says, oh, I'm so glad you came in, because I really just wanted to have a little talk. And about what? Okay, that would be her question. I'm just thinking that I'm at a point in my life. Can I ask, how old are you, honey?
I'm 29.
Everybody in the world is 29 or 30. I'm the only one that's 91 here. Everybody calling in is 29 or 30. I mean, once in my life, I had to do that. And it was very difficult. I was much younger, but there was somebody that was almost haunting me. And I mean, I'm a little aggressive. And I said, I can't be uncomfortable with this person. And I did. I said, can we have a little talk? And we talked. And I said to her, I am not trying to say anything that would demean you or in any way trying to hurt you, but I do need my space. And I feel that I'm just being a little too, this is what I said. I feel that I'm being just a little too crowded in. So let's just give ourselves a little space. See what she answers you. If she says, well, that's not what I thought our friendship was, and it can be again, but right now I feel too crowded, and I just need you to understand.
What did your friend say?
I'm sorry,
How did
what?
your friend respond?
My friend looked at me and she was crying. And, well, I mean, because we were very friendly, but it got to the point where I really didn't have a minute to myself. And I had other friends. And wherever I went, she seemed to go too. And I'm that kind of a person that I can hit the top. And all of a sudden I say to myself, okay, let's take care of this. So when I told her and I said, this has got to be the way it is now. And she started to cry. And I said, what are you crying about? I'm not saying that we can't be friends in a friendly way, but we both need our space, and I need mine. I have a life, and I have some other friends that are angry with me because they say that I don't spend enough time with them, and that's what I told her. And she said, very, okay. And you know what? But it broke the ice. I knew she was upset. I knew that my stomach was churning, but I did it, and you know what? It worked out perfectly. I truly, truly believe you're the victim here. And
So right, I am the victim. Well, I just want you to know that, like, if she does retaliate against me, I will be calling back into the show.
just a minute.
Please
yes,
do.
Please do.
Okay. Well, this was really great advice.
I don't know whether it
thank you.
was, but excuse me. Please don't be afraid to do something, because when
and if something crazy happens, don't be afraid to call back in.
this is important. If you feel when you talk to her and when you speak to her that it was left up in the air, that you're not sure of how she felt, please call us back, because I do.
Yeah.
The
We
people
need to
that
follow up.
the people that call into me are like family now, and I want to think that if I'm giving them advice, that the advice that I'm giving them is truly what I think is good for them. Please do something, and if it works out, call us back.
Mm-hmm.
If it doesn't work out and you feel frightened, call us back. Promise?
I promise. Thank you. This was really great advice. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you for calling.
Bye.
Of course. Bye, guys. Bye.
Bye.
This young lady frightened me because she really feels like she's threatened. And I want to be able to assure her that she's got to do something about it. You can't go through the next part of your life afraid to walk out of your apartment. I mean, that's crazy.
Okay, want to wrap it up?
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
Happy that we were able to at least try and give some answers to the problems. And isn't it funny? Everybody has problems. So we're here. And funny enough, today's callers were 3 women. Come on, you men. Wake up.
Yeah, wake up, men.
Yeah, you must have questions. Somebody call us a man and ask us a question. If I can't answer it.
I can. I'm a big, strong man.
But I can answer men's questions too. Take care.